Hello again from Patrick's Patch, where things are really starting to move. We're doing lots of seed sowing, great germination, and today, for the first time, we're going to start sowing some seeds directly outside. So Rachel, tell us, what are you about to sow?
So I'm going to sow first hardy annual cornflower directly outside. About a month ago I did sow these in the greenhouse and are growing them on, but this will give a nice succession having a row sown outside as well. So it's a nice dry conditions today, 24th of March, which is essential when you're making the tilth for your seed bed. So I've raked this area of ground. It's quite, you'll see, because we put compost on our surface and we don't dig the soil, it's quite organic matter on the surface, but it's light, and I know these cornflowers will come through that. Then I put my line out and I'm just going to draw a very shallow drill with this dibber way along. And it really doesn't have to be, in fact it has to be not deep, so you only want the seeds to be at the most 1/2 centimetre deep. And then it's actually relatively dry weather conditions at the moment, so it's always a good idea to water the bottom of the drill before you sow the seeds.
I guess that closes up any kind of air spaces.
Well, yes, it does level it out.
Yeah,
as well. And then, of course, if you're doing it like that, you're not washing your seeds down through the soil, so best to water before, like we did indoors. Ideally, you'd leave that to settle for a bit, but I'll just plough on.
So you've got cornflowers here. What else would
yeah.
you be considering sowing using this same technique?
Well, today I'm sowing some peas for pea shoots in my outdoors in my frame, sowing some carrots, radish, rocket.
Lettuce, would you?
Lettuce, I could cut and come again lettuce, you could sow outdoors.
Yeah. And what about other flowers? What else would you be thinking
any
of?
Well, any hardy annual now, so poppies, larkspur, you could go mad.
Yeah, go mad.
But not the half hardy annual, so make sure that the packet says it's a hardy annual.
Yeah.
So these are nice seeds because you can see them, they're not fine. So you could almost take your time and space them out individually when they're as big as this.
So you're planting them about 3 centimetres apart?
Yes. And then they'll germinate and we can thin them out if we need to.
Yeah.
So of course it's quicker just to sprinkle it in, but then it'll take longer to thin them out. So I find it better to spend longer at this stage if you can.
Yeah.
And even with radish seed, I'll space those out.
There's no worry about putting the seed in the right way up or upside down?
No, not with these.
Don't need to worry
about that. So I'll just do that bit.
Yeah.
And then you can either pull it back with a hoe, but I prefer to do it with my hands, then you can see, make sure there's no stones going over the top of them. And the thing is, they don't want to be so deep they can't make it to the surface, but they want to be deep enough to keep nice and moist.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do it with my hand, but you might do it with your rake, like just firm it down just to keep them nicely in there. And then don't water that because you've already watered the bottom. Okay,
brilliant. And no need to be covering those seeds with anything?
Not with hardy annuals, no.
Okay.
If it was forecast to stay very dry, you could put some fleece over the top to keep it moist.
Right, so there it is, everybody. Get going with hardy annuals, with lettuces, with rocket, and with radish. The ground conditions are absolutely perfect now, so time to get growing. Rachel and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.